Hello everybody, Ace Trainer Liam here and welcome back to another episode of MetroMania. In the last episode we said sayonara Steven Stone, he is out, Cynthia is through, Mommy makes it through to face Daddy Lance in the first of our quarterfinals. We're going to find out our third quarterfinalist now as we have Iris taking on ALAIN. So grab your GFuel, hit like, subscribe and all that, and let's go. And here we go. We have ALAIN leading with Malamar and Metagross. And we have, a lovely shiny, what's it called? Hydrapple. And, of course, the classic Iris Excadrill as well. We see that super sweet syrup taking effect there. And, of course, Iris's Excadrill is going to be the fastest thing on the field. And it's going to go for upper hand. But, of course, no one's using any priority moves in this battle because it's all Metronome. So that's going to fail, unfortunately, over to ALAIN's Malamar to go for Crab Hammer. Super effective. More than half Excadrill's max HP is gone from the get-go. Here comes Metagross with Scratch just for a tiny bit of chip damage on Hydrapple. And now to end the first turn, Iris's Hydrapple is going to go for low sweep into Malamar for some neutral damage, just a little bit of chippy, but up goes Malamar's speed, of course, because Malamar has the contrary ability, so all stat changes are the opposite way, much like this Harden, which is going to decrease Malamar's defense rather than raise it, you silly sausage. Here comes Iris's Excadrill now with Espoing, but unfortunately it's into Malamar, so that's not going to have any effect there. Make sure you're slamming the subscribe button, by the way. Turn on all notifications so you never miss an episode, especially when I upload things late and you never know when they're coming. You know, that's always a good thing to have notifications on. Rising Voltage is 4 times resisted by Hydrapple, so not really felt there. Here's a Flash Cannon, though, from Hydrapple into Malamar, bringing it very close to the halfway point of its HP there. And now Malamar is going to go for a Snipe Shot into Hydrapple. And it just does a little bit of 4 times resisted damage. I mean, that's 4 times, isn't it? Yeah. And then Excadrill is going to go for Psychic into the Psychic and Steel type Metagross. So that's going to do barely any damage. Speaking of, 4 times resisted. And now here is Metagross going for Weather Ball, but there's no weather in effect, so it's just going to be a 50 base power normal type move into the Steel type Excadrill for not very effective damage. Now we have Hydrapple ending things off here with Terra Blast, also just a normal type move right now because there's no Terastallization here, doing a decent chunk of damage for a not very effective hit onto Metagross, I will say. Over to Malamar now to go for X-Scissor into Excadrill. Hydrapple very happy that it didn't have to take that. Excadrill is going to live on and is going to respond with Flame Charge into the Metagross to increase its speed by 1 stage, making it finally faster than Malamar once again, and also doing some super effective damage to Metagross on the way. Metagross is going to fire back with Ceaseless Edge for the first knockout of this, of this heat of Metromania, and it is going to lay spikes as well. Shades of Hisuian Samurott there. And Hydrapple is going to respond to this with Parabolic Charge, which is going to do... it's avoided by Malamar. That's unfortunate. Avoided by Malamar, but we do get a little bit of... what's the word? A little bit of HP restoring. There we go. Absorption from the Metagross. What's happening here? We got Haxorus out for Iris now with that Mold Breaker ability. So it is able to lower the stats of Metagross, I believe, even though Metagross has clear body. That's kind of how Mold Breaker works. Strength Sap, though, from Malamar into Hydrapple. Going to lower Hydrapple's attack by 1 stage, making it even worse. And that is going to restore Malamar basically all the way up to max HP. So Strength Sap, broken move. Love it. Expanding Force coming out, but avoided by... it doesn't affect Malamar. My apologies. Malamar's a dark type. So Expanding Force into Malamar. Very unfortunate there. Not a great choice of move anyway. Although Swallow, an even worse choice of move, Metagross. You silly sausage. And now we have Hydrapple. And what will Hydrapple do here? It's going to go for Guard Split with the Metagross. Guard Split is the one that just changes, like, it averages out your defensive stats, and then, yeah, it's something like that. No one uses it. Smog, though, is also a move no one uses, and that's why, because it's got terrible accuracy, so it doesn't land on Hydrapple there. And over to Haxorus for a big Aqua Jet. I said big Aqua Jet. It did a tiny little bit of chip damage there. Nothing major. Metagross responds, though, with Prismatic Laser, which will have same type attack bonus behind it. Huge damage. Necrozma itself would be proud. Haxorus already looking to be in a dangerous position here when we have Absorb avoided by Malamar. So well done there. Oh, of course, because we didn't pay attention to the fact the Super Sweet Syrup has increased Malamar's evasion there. And Malamar, in kind, has decreased Haxorus' HP to 0. Down goes the speed of Hydrapple. The speed of Metagross does not change because of Clear Body, but it did take some super effective damage. It has to recharge after that Prismatic Laser. Hydrapple, what are you going to do now? Two of your partner Pokemon have fainted, but you finally took one down. Down goes Metagross. So Metagross is no longer in this competition. ALAIN will have to send something new out. We have Iris's iconic Dragonite coming out to try and make some headway against this Malamar, and Cetitan, the token Paldean Pokemon for ALAIN's team there. We have Dig from Malamar, so it's going to hide under the ground and hope that nobody uses Earthquake or Bulldoze, because that would be real bad for Malamar right now, because that would do double damage, right? Here's Metal Claw into the Malamar slot. That's unfortunate. That means it's not going to do anything, and it would have been great against that Cetitan. Speaking of Cetitan, its first move is a Fury attack, which is avoided by Hydrapple, who now has free reign to use whatever move the Metronome spits out, and it's going to go for an Ice Spinner into the Malamar spot. So Malamar protecting itself for an entire turn there. Here comes the Dig. Doesn't affect Dragonite though, so a complete waste, but at least it hid away from all that damage, especially at -1 defense. Dragonite's going to go for Recycle. Hasn't even used its berry yet, so that's a really pointless move. And now over to Cetitan, who has an opening here to deal some damage. Goes for a Power Whip into the Grass and Dragon type. Did you even see the HP bar move there? Because I sure as heck didn't. And now Hydrapple replying with Belly Drum. Oh, this can be very dangerous, because now we have a +6 Hydrapple. +6, because even though its attack was lowered, I'm pretty sure Belly Drum increases your attack by +12, so basically just maximizes it even if you're at -6. Or special defense increase thanks to Malamar on the Cetitan. Cetitan will appreciate that. It's got good physical defense, but not so good special defense. See, Stuffed Cheeks! You should have used Recycle after Stuffed Cheeks, mate. Up goes Dragonite's defense by 2 stages, but it does eat its Leper Berry and restore its Metronome, even though it's only used it like twice so far. Here's a Temper Flare from Cetitan, one of those lovely new moves. It's basically Stomping Tantrum, but Fire type, for those wondering. And here is Hydrapple with a Water Gun into Cetitan for not much damage there, but it is at +1 special defense. And now we have Malamar going for Foul Play into the Belly Drum Hydrapple. I swear it happens in every single Metromania where someone uses Belly Drum. Down goes Hydrapple. And now we're going to hear from our sponsors in just a moment, because we need to pay the bills. There's a Rock Tomb by Dragonite, avoided by Malamar. And it's over to Cetitan to end the turn before we hear from the lovely people at GFuel with Confusion into Dragonite for chip damage. Let's pay the bills. As always, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to this channel's sponsor. I nearly said Ace Trainer Liam. It's not Ace Trainer Liam. It's GFuel! As you know, GFuel is my favorite drink on the entire planet. I love this stuff. There's so many wonderful flavors, and they all give me bags of energy without that horrible crash later on in the day. And of course, you can use our channel's code ACE, to save yourself 20%, if not 30% off your GFuel order. And it supports this channel, and it's one of the best ways to support this channel. And don't forget to tweet me your orders over on X or Twitter or Twix or whatever we're calling it now, because I'll put them in these sponsor segments. I'm going to do that more going forward. Just tag me, tag GFuel Energy. You'll end up in one of these probably.
Just remember to hide your sensitive information.
Oh, that is the stuff. Go get yourself some GFuel. Use code ACE when you do. Thank you in advance. And remember, GFuel is for over 18s only because it contains caffeine, and children don't need to be anywhere near caffeine because they're annoying enough as it is. And because it contains caffeine, drink it responsibly. Don't be a dickhead. And here we are back with the action. Iris sends out her Hydreigon. Just 3 Pokemon remaining on Iris' side. ALAIN sitting pretty with still 5 Pokemon? Good grief. Special defense and physical defense stats have been swapped because of Wonder Room. And now we have Payback coming out from Hydreigon for huge damage into Malamar there, because it moved after Malamar, of course, and Malamar's at -1 defense. Dragonite's going to go for a Scary Face and lower the speed of the slowest Pokemon on the field, so, you know, priorities are really, really in order here on the Iris side. And now Cetitan must be so angry at being even slower. Goes for Slash into Hydreigon. Does not get the increased critical hit, sadly. And now here comes Malamar with a Trop Kick. Going to lower the attack 1 stage of Hydreigon whilst doing some not very effective damage. Critical hit, though, so fair play, Malamar. There goes the attack of the Hydreigon, but Hydreigon's more of a special attacker anyway. Come on, mate. Speaking of Hydreigon, here it goes with a Brave Bird. Now, that's got to be enough. At a -1 defense, Malamar. Down it finally goes. Iris probably breathing a sigh of relief there. finally taking it down. Little bit of recoil damage for Hydreigon, and now over to Dragonite with the follow-up, and it's going to go for a fake out, but it's not the first turn you've entered battle, silly Billy, so that's going to fail. Now Sir Titan has an opening, and what will it do? It's going to go for Cotton Guard and increase its defense by 3 stages, my word. So that's a very, very bulky Sir Titan right there, because it already has really high base defense. And in comes ALAIN's Charizard, but unfortunately for ALAIN, it won't be able to Mega Evolve here, so it is just going to have to be a Charizard. It's going to go for Work Up, though, and increase its attack and special attack. That's going to pay dividends going forward for this Charizard. You know it. Charizard is not overrated, remember. It's rated for a reason. There's a Dragon Claw, and it's probably glad that it's not Mega Evolved at the moment, or that would have been super effective. Here's a Bullet Punch from Dragonite. Once again, the Steel-type move that would have been super effective on Sir Titan goes into the other Pokemon, in this case Charizard, for some resisted damage. Sir Titan, though, going to go for Mean Look, wants to make sure there's no switching out for the Hydreigon, which is kind of pointless, because the only way Hydreigon could switch out is as if it used a move that would switch it out, that bypasses Mean Look. You know what I mean. Poison Tail from Charizard into Hydreigon does not get the poison, though, so Hydreigon gets an opportunity to respond with Fissure. Going for the big boy plays. Not a bad shout, actually, because, like, this team really needs to make some ground. And now Dragonite is going to follow up with Bleak Wind Storm, and it lands both of them without the rain being up. You lucky bugger. And that is going to lower the speed even further of Sir Titan. Sir Titan's at now, what, -3 speed as well? Good lord. But Sir Titan is going to go for a Flare Blitz into Dragonite. Of course, all of Iris's remaining Pokemon resist Fire-type moves, worth noting. And Water-type moves, and Grass-type moves. So there you go, the core, mate. And not electric-type moves. 2 of them take neutral damage. Iron Tail, though, almost knocks out Hydreigon, drops its defense, but with 5 hit points left, that's not going to matter going forward. Charizard tried its best. Here's a Drill Peck in response. Oh, doing a bit of chip damage to Charizard, so that Trop Kick attack drop from earlier really saving Charizard there. Here's a Feather Dance onto Charizard, dropping its attack stat by 2 stages there from Dragonite. I don't think that's really that important right now. You should really go on the offense. So Titan, though, going for Air Slash and will take down the Hydreigon. Iris is down to her final 2 Pokemon now, with ALAIN still having 4 Pokemon left, with 2 of those being fresh in the back. We've not even seen them yet. Here is Iris's Salamence with the Intimidate. Charizard now at -3 attack. Sir Titan's stats, I hope someone's keeping track at home, because I know it's got high defense and low speed at the moment. Infernal Parade, Shades of Hisuian Typhlosion, I believe. Critical hit into the Salamence there. Nearly half its max HP, though, gone. Goes for Recycle. It's been learning from Dragonite. It didn't, it's not enough that you've got the same type as Dragonite. You even used Recycle at the wrong time, just like Dragonite. Here's a Dream Eater from Dragonite, which is also not going to affect a Pokemon that's not sleeping. You fool, that's why they call it Dream Eater. And now here we see Sir Titan going for a Giga Impact into... Oh, mate, that Intimidate definitely mattered then. It brought Dragonite down to less than half its max HP, but didn't do a great deal of damage overall, and does mean a recharge turn next turn. String Shot, so Sir Titan is even slower now. 2 more stages of speed drop for Sir Titan, the poor thing. I swear it's at -5 speed at this point. And now we have Dragonite following up with Waterfall, maybe hoping to flinch Sir Titan there, although it doesn't matter, it's on a recharge turn, so you can't flinch on a recharge turn. That would be weird. Imagine if you did, and then you had to have the recharge turn next turn. That'd be awful. Here's Jaw Lock from Charizard, bringing Salamence down to less than half its max HP. It's barely even been on the field 3 turns. Sir Titan has to recharge. And now, Salamence is looking to respond to Charizard with an Aqua Jet. Goes into Sir Titan with the massive defense right now, so barely even tickled it. Here comes the Dragonite, though, who's going to go for Topsy-Turvy into Charizard and swap its attack and defense stats, which I think actually doesn't... Wait, no, it swaps the stat changes, because it's that Inkay move, isn't it? So that means... Ooh, that means Charizard's attack is very high right now, but it went for a special attack. It went for a 4 times resisted Matcha Gotcha. Shades of Sinistra. No, Poltergeist. No, Sinistra. Because it's the other way around with the names for that one. And it's going to heal itself a little bit. It's Parabolic Charge, but Grass type, and has burn properties, and it doesn't hit your partner Pokemon. Another Giga Impact, though, from Sir Titan. Mate, when was the last time we had Giga Impact twice in a row from the same Pokemon in MetroMania? This is wild. Speaking of wild, here is a 4 times resisted Grass Knot from Charizard. Well done, Charizard. Good job there, mate. Good job. Way to take one for the team. Here comes Salamence, though, who's going to go for a splash. That's really a bad idea, my dude. You are very much on the back foot right now. Splashing or hopping in Japan is not a good idea. Here is Draining Kiss from Dragonite, bringing that Titan finally down to less than half his max HP and giving Dragonite a little bit of restorative. Why do I always get that confused? It's just HP restoring. Don't worry, mate. Stop trying to be technical with your words. Here's a close combat from Charizard into the Salamence. It's resisted, but nearly takes it down. But it does drop the defense of Charizard and special defense by 1 stage apiece. Here comes the Metronome from Salamence. What will it do here? Going to go for Horn Drill. Really trying. Iris is really trying with these one-hit KO moves, but they're just not working out. That's why we don't see Tinglu Fissure much anymore. Fissure Tinglu, that's the one. Play Rough will take down Charizard because of those defense drops for sure. Dragonite securing a knockout on Charizard. Iris down to 3 Pokemon. And here comes the Titan to end this turn. And it's going to go for 4 times effective Blizzard into both Pokemon. So Iris is done. ALAIN is through, and what a way to end the battle for Titan. Really earning its place on ALAIN's team there. My absolute word. That was blooming impressive. So ALAIN is going through to the quarterfinals. I think that's how you say his name. Probably a bit late to check now, isn't it? But he goes through. We're going to find out his opponent next week as we have Leon taking on Diantha, shades of the actual Masters 8 tournament. And then the week after that, we get into the antagonist bracket, which is going to be absolutely wonderful. Thank you as always to our wonderful Ace Trainer Ultra XL members, Bro Metapod, Purple Dragonair, Sin City, Yeti, Gear, Overlord, Toy, Bonnie, Mumbai, Cobra, Night Angel, Gamer Guy Mike, TJ the Nerd, Cap Rider, Blue Malamute, Viridian Folk, and Bogey Taker. Thank you for supporting the channel as much as you do. Use code ACE for 20% off GFuel. Until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.